Oh, hello, ladies and gents, and welcome to another episode of Cycling Insider. In this episode of Cycling Insider, let's talk about 2021 Trek Domane SL5 road bike. So Trek has done a very good job with the 2021 Trek Domane, and I think it's an interesting offering from Trek, which also sits in a very nice price bracket. So as you already know, Trek Domane, who is this bike for? Well, the main audience for this bike is everybody who wants comfortable ride. So if you are interested in kind of endurance ride, long days in the saddle, comfort is your priority, then definitely you should check Trek Domane range of the bikes. I would almost compare a Trek Domane range of the bikes with like Mercedes S-Class. It's definitely a comfortable ride and probably one of the most, if not the most comfortable ride out there. So, when you look at the retail price of this bike, the asking price is $2,900 or approximately 2,450 British pounds. So the way it is now, $2,900, I still believe that you should negotiate the price of this bike. So definitely go to your local Trek bike dealer. There's so many Trek bike dealers around the world, and definitely be nice, negotiate nicely, and you should definitely be able to lower the price of this bike. I would personally aim for something about $2,400, or if you are in the UK, I would aim for something about 2,000 British pounds. And then if you get it for that price, you are absolutely getting an exceptional value for your money. So let's dive in and let's see what do you get for your hard-earned money. I will kick off with the paint schemes on this bike. So let's start with this very classic, I would almost call it black on black, a black with a hint of kind of silver. Definitely not my cup of tea, and I would personally just skip this one. Then you have this very interesting one, which is gray with a hint of orange and a bit of kind of silver again. Definitely nice paint scheme, and definitely I would consider this one. Then you move on to a bit more kind of attractive and extreme paint scheme, I will also almost call it. So this is this purple metallic paint scheme. Absolutely looks beautiful, and I would definitely consider this one also. And then you have very, very nice deep metallic red with a hint of black. This would probably be definitely my preferred choice. And then if you want to go a bit more classy, you have a pure white with a hint of red. So at least you have 5 paint scheme options on this Trek Domane SL5, which is absolutely superb. Out of the box you can choose, and this will definitely depend on your market where you are based. So different markets might have different paint schemes available, but if you are in the US, at least you have 5 paint schemes available. Personally, I would probably go with this deep metallic red with a hint of black, or this pure white, almost like a snow white with a hint of red. Just looks beautiful. So let's now see some of the technical specifications of the bike and see what do you get for this asking price from Trek. So we'll start with the frame and the fork. So this is a carbon fiber frame and fork. When it comes to the frame, you will have a 500 series OCLV carbon. Of course, this is not top of the line carbon fiber frame that Trek can do. Even today they can go up to the levels of 800 OCLV carbon, but for this level of the price, 500 series OCLV carbon is top notch, no problems here. Of course, this frame has an internal cable routing. It is ready for 12mm through axles, both front and back. It even has a fender mounts, and the secret sauce of this frame is definitely the Trek's patented ISO Speed Decoupler. So this ISO Speed Decoupler, this time you have it both on the back and on the front, and this means that on the back your seat tube can move independently from the top tube, so of course this is going to increase your comfort. But at the front, when you look at the headset and where you have a steerer of the fork, then this steerer from the fork can also move a little bit, so you're gonna get extra comfort at the front. So it's a very, very neat solution from Trek. And everybody who has ridden Trek Domane, I mean all the testers out there, everybody confirms that it is definitely a smooth ride. So this is the secret sauce of this Trek Domane with this front and rear ISO speed. When it comes to the fork, this is a carbon fiber Domane SL fork with the carbon steerer, again internal brake routing, fender mounts, and again 12mm through axles. Also remember that Trek's carbon fiber frames and forks have a lifetime warranty, so even if you would have any problems, since Trek is such a big company, they will definitely sort it out, and you would always get the newest frame or the fork if there is any problem. When it comes to the wheels on this bike, of course you can't expect anything special for that price range. This is a classical aluminium wheel set, and it's the Trek's in-house production, Bontrager aluminium rims, Bontrager sealed bearing hubs, front and back. I'm sorry, on the back you have a Shimano's 11-speed free hub. So 12mm through axles both front and back. As I said, Bontrager aluminium rim. Weight of this wheel set, I would probably expect around 2000 grams for the pair, and this wheel set is wrapped in the Bontrager R1 hard case tire, and this tire is a 32C tire, absolutely beautiful wide tire, a lot of air volume, and it's definitely going to contribute to your comfortable ride. So as you see, even when you look at the tire, it's definitely everything is geared towards comfort, and that's good in my opinion. Also, as far as I know, this frame can take up to 38C tires, so this is absolutely amazing how wide you can fit the tires on this frame. So as I say, a wheel set, definitely nothing special, aluminium wheel set, classical aluminium rims, Bontrager hubs. It's going to be a heavy wheel set, but this is an area in the future. If you want to upgrade, it's always easy to upgrade this part. When it comes to the drivetrain on this bike, so you will have a full Shimano 105 mechanical group set. You already probably know that I have a very high opinion about the Shimano's 105 mechanical group set, top-notch group set, no problems there. So everything is from the shifters is Shimano 105 group set, front mech, rear mech, everything is Shimano 105 mechanical group set, so Shimano's 105 R7000 group set. Also the good thing on the rear mech on this bike is that you can fit up to 34 tooth cassette, which is absolutely brilliant. Crankset is the Shimano's 105 R7000 crankset, so no cutting corners here, and this is 50-34 crankset, and it's also paired with the cassette, which is Shimano's 105 cassette 1134. So you see, 1134 cassette and 50-34 crankset, absolutely proper endurance, long days in the saddle bike, and you can attack super steep mountains with this combination. Chain, Shimano's 105, again no cutting corners, 11-speed chain. This is always what I like to see. So the cassette and the chain are Shimano's 105 group set, like you know the group set of the shifters, front mech and the rear mech, so absolutely no cutting corners here. Bottom bracket on this bike is the threaded bottom bracket, so basically Praxis T47 threaded bottom bracket. It is very good just because if you are a home mechanic or your local bike mechanic, it's just going to be so much easier to service or change this bottom bracket. There's nothing wrong with the press-fit bottom brackets as long as manufacturers really make that bottom bracket area to the desired specifications of the bottom bracket manufacturers. So these tolerances in the carbon fiber frames for the press-fit bottom bracket have to really be tight, and then you absolutely don't have any problems with the creaking, press-fit bottom brackets. But definitely threaded bottom bracket is going to be so much more easier for your local mechanic. When it comes to some other smaller components like saddle, this is the Bontrager's own production saddle, Bontrager Arvada. I have no experience with this saddle. If anybody has any experience, please do let us know in the comments below. But once when you find your desired saddle, please do keep it as long as possible, because saddles are a personal preference. Seat post, here you're going to have a Bontrager carbon internal seat mast cap seat post. So this is this kind of seat post with seat mast cap, carbon fiber. I mean, very nice addition. Hopefully it will soak up a bit more of the smaller road bumps. When it comes to the handlebar, nothing special, aluminium piece from Bontrager. And also when it comes to the stem, Bontrager Elite aluminium piece stem, nothing special here. I mean, always with the handlebar and the stem in the future, if you really want to switch to some carbon fiber pieces, it's very easy to swap it, because this is kind of a classical example of stem and handlebar separate pieces. When it comes to the braking performance on this bike, you will have a brilliant Shimano 105 hydraulic disc brakes, flat mount disc brakes with 160mm rotors both front and back. These are central lock Shimano rotors, and these are Shimano's RT70 rotors. Very good choice for this level of bike. I absolutely have no complaints here out of the box. In the future, once when you destroy these braking rotors, I would advise you to move to a bit more quality parts from Shimano, which would probably be Shimano Ultegra level braking rotors, Shimano's RT800 braking rotors, again keeping 160mm braking rotors. Also, one interesting thing on this bike is that I forgot to mention, in the down tube of the bike you have a little storage where Trek has put, a little like a bag where you can store some little pieces, like some little tools or something to kind of maybe an inner tube or something to repair your inner tube. So it's a very nice storage area in the down tube of your bike, but I believe that Trek doesn't give you any tools. You'll have to kind of supply your own tools. You just get this bag for the internal storage. Total weight of this bike in size 56 is 9.9 kilograms. So I mean, make no mistake, this is not a super light bike, but the whole point of this bike is, as I said, endurance, long days in the saddle. So I absolutely wouldn't be worried with this 9.9 kilograms, just because even if you want to drop some weight on this bike, you can save some money, buy a much more advanced pair of wheels, for example something from like DT Swiss, and you can easily drop like a half a kilo from this bike if you really want. But again, I wouldn't be so much worried about the weight of this bike, because think about it, when you go to endurance, long days in the saddle drives, I mean, you probably have your backpack, you probably have like 2 bottles of water, so this 9.9 kilograms I would be totally fine with that. So in a summary, I believe it's a very good offering from Trek Domane SL5. Retail price $2,900 or 2,450 British pounds. I truly believe you need to negotiate this price. Target price, in my opinion, should be, if you are in the US, approximately $2,400. If you are in UK, I would aim it for about 2,000 British pounds. If you negotiate nicely and you achieve that price, it's absolutely very good value for money. So you will get the Trek's carbon fiber frame, OCLV 500, carbon fiber fork. Remember, there's a lifetime warranty on the carbon fiber frame and the fork from Trek. You will also have a full Shimano 105 mechanical group set, everything from the shifters, front mech, rear mech, everything is Shimano 105. Also the crankset is Shimano 105, cassette is Shimano 105, 1134 cassette, beautiful, and the chain is Shimano 105, so absolutely no cutting corners. Braking performance on this bike is done by the, again, amazing hydraulic disc brakes, Shimano 105 hydraulic disc brakes, 160mm rotors both front and back, and these are Shimano's RT 70 level braking rotors. So absolutely no complaint here out of the box. These are all the pieces in the future that you can kind of easily upgrade. And there is this carbon fiber seat mast cap, so it will definitely soak up a bit more of the road bumps. Wheels on this bike, well, it's a very simple aluminium wheel set from Bontrager with Bontrager hubs, and this is probably the part on the bike that in the future where you can really buy yourself a proper pair of wheel set and drop like half a kilo from this bike. So all in all, I think this is gonna be it for today. If you like what I'm doing, please do subscribe and hit that little bell icon so you're always notified when I make a new video. And as always, I will see you soon in the next episode. Pura Vida!